Hi, everyone. This is Heidi with Downtown NorCal. Today, I have the perfect election day business to interview because everyone, no matter who you're voting for or what you're worried about, will need some coffee. So please welcome Sun Chung. He's the owner of Common Grounds Coffee in South Davis. Hi, Sun.
Hi.
How's it going over there?
We're doing the best we can, just we're in a survival mode.
Mhm. The university was a large source of your revenues through catering, and what has happened with that?
That end of the business has dropped and it was making up 70% of our business.
My gosh.
It was a big chunk of our business. As soon as the COVID thing hit, all the the contracts, all the scheduled events canceled. So we lost all that future business. There was nothing, and I don't. And from the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's going to come back anytime soon.
Have you been able to recoup through the community any part of that 70% loss?
What would really help was if the landlords would work with us and maybe deduct the rent to 50% until the things got better.
Yeah.
But they were willing to go down to that level unless, but we had to pay that back within 6 months.
Hmm.
So it wasn't really much of a help because at the end we would have to pay all that back. But
Yeah.
all our expenses stayed the same. We had to furlough some employees, but all the rent, the electric, the heat, the air, all that stayed the same. We didn't have, the county helped us a little bit by giving us a little tiny grant, which definitely helped us. And we were able to get a PPP loan and the EDL loan, and all that's run out. So I'm hoping for the next stimulus package.
I'm glad you brought up stimulus because a lot of businesses are hopeful and waiting. So, how long can a business like yours hold out before Congress takes action?
Okay, so we're coming up to, what is it, 8 months now since the pandemic started. And I didn't think it was going to go on this long. I thought it was going to be a 6 months thing and then everybody should come back to normal. But it's like the new normal is not going to be till next year, probably May or July. So it's very tough. I'm hoping that they do pass the stimulus so it helps us, little business, small businesses like us survive through this.
Mhm. The student population is not back as well to the degree we're used to. Are they coming in and is that helping you at all?
They are definitely helping me. The student population, I think from what I heard was 8,000 from 30,000 that's back in town. So, it's a little bit of a help, but I think what helped us the most was the community support that we got from South Davis residents. They were such a key force in keeping us going through the last 7 to 8 months. I mean, without the South, without them, I don't think we could have made it. It just I feel overwhelmed by their support and generosity, what they've shown us, and that's another reason why we don't want to close. We want to stay open for this long to be able to support the neighborhood. And we are a neighborhood shop. I love seeing my customers come in. Before the pandemic, it was a very, how can I say, neighborhood place where people came in, just sat down, talked. You didn't have to buy anything. It was a good feeling to just be there. And all these South Davis residents, they really supported us on 100%. Not even South Davis. I think it's just the overall Davis residents
Yeah.
that supported us. So
You have always been a meeting place in my eyes. I don't drink coffee or tea, but I've spent a lot of time in your shop getting things done. And so thank you for being of service in that way to us all these years. I really wish the best for you. In terms of your capacity, what capacity can you operate with people dining in right now?
currently we're at 25%. We haven't, got up to that 50% level yet because we're waiting for the county's approval for it, and the state approval. But at 25%, you're if you look at it, it really doesn't make up the how can I say, the revenues that'll come in to pay the offset the expenses that are incurring. And my expenses stayed all the same except for I think 6 employees that we had to furlough for a while, but it just everything else stayed the same. There was same rent, same electric, same, it's just we can't get away from the rent. Rent's a big factor, and just we're able to survive right now because of the big generosity of the Davis community.
Yeah. You have one of the most expansive and nice patios in town, but the cold weather coming, how does that change your scenario?
So that scenario is going to change as soon as that cold weather hits. I think we're going to have to invest some money into heating, which is the outdoor lamps, and I think they're all sold out by by the demand that they're going to get. Um, the patio was a great help during the pandemic because people were able to sit outside and do their thing, and the students love the patio too. So. We'll see what happens. I think we're gonna have to definitely invest some money into lanterns.
Yeah, you bring a good point to the surface, and that is I was paying attention. I pay attention to the supply chain in general, and they're saying that they cannot keep up with the demand for those outdoor heaters. So if anyone out there has an outdoor heater they'd like to donate, I'm guessing
Yeah, I like that'd be great if somebody could find some for me. I mean, because I've been looking, and then you got to get a certain size and the propane ones and the safety of it. But yeah, you're exactly right. Then it's tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
This pandemic really put a right turn into our operations, and we're trying to just live through it.
I wanted to ask you about being an essential worker. So in terms of the protocols, how difficult have those been to adapt to? And then the second part of that question is, do you go to work with any fear?
Yes, we go to work with a lot of fear. At the beginning, it was really tough because we didn't know what to expect, and the guidelines that the county set for us, it was so stringent that it took time for us to learn through it and actually follow it. And now we're pretty standardized at it, but it took time. Another thing is the county has been really helpful in terms of doing what we needed to do to get ready to reopen. During I think 3 or 4 months that we were doing only takeouts, we were in that transition of learning to adapt to how we're going to open up. And my customers, majority of them were very well perceived with the thing about the mask and things like that. But there's a couple of them that'll come in, that without a mask, and we really have to enforce the rule of having a mask. It's for safety of everybody, not just us or them. It's everybody. So it was tough. It was a really tough learning process, but we were able to, I think, kind of adapt to it and survive through it. But the county was a big help.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the issue of masks. I just want to say to those folks, if you're watching, this is not Common Ground's role. It is their responsibility in order to be able to stay open. So please do comply, even if you disagree. It's not their problem. It's not their fault. Is there anything you'd like to close out with, Sun? How the community can support you?
Just keep doing what you're doing. I love you guys in Davis. You guys are great. I all these years, I just feel so. It's heartwarming to know that I have a great city behind our back, and we're gonna stay open as much as possible, as long as we can. But it's been a tough last 8 months. I have to tell you, it's just revenues really dropped, and that 25% capacity really doesn't do it. I don't think even 50% will do it. I think 50% is, we have I think a 45%, 45 people max inside, and 20%. It's really tough. So keep doing what you're doing. I love you guys, and thank you very much, Heidi, for doing what you're doing. Yeah, I'm grateful.
Okay. Well, everyone, I've been talking to Sun Chung. He's the owner of Common Grounds Coffee in South Davis. Please visit him and all coffee shops that are independently owned in Davis. They need your help now more than ever. Sun, I hope we see you in 2021.
Thank you so much, Heidi.
Okay,
Take care.
bye-bye.
Bye.